Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Flash, Season 2, Episode 3, Family of Rogues. Francis is back. Bibbs is gone, but he'll be back. And Alonso. So the Snarts are back with an extra one now.
Yes, they are. It somewhat plays into why they're so dysfunctional. It's because
apparently so. Daddy is a piece of work.
I mean, first of all, this is the first review I've been doing on The Flash this season. So
welcome.
I'm delighted to be back on it. And I loved how we were introduced to the new season. I was expecting, so I could just touch base on this a little bit and get my thoughts on it, expecting to come into happy families, which it was portrayed, and then suddenly you see Barry has gone rogue. Well, not rogue, but ran solo, literally,
Sure.
just to try and get away with everyone. And I like how it's playing out. I did call that Cisco was going to be Vibe way before anyone kind of thought that was going to be it. So I'll take that as my claim to fame.
There aren't a lot of Hispanic characters in the DC universe,
Yes,
so
true.
don't pat yourself on the back too hard on that one.
So I love how that's playing out. I love this new team of the group coming together with Dr. Stein as well, even though based on this episode, we don't know what's going to be going on with him. But I'm really excited for the season. I love the way it ended, and I like the way it started.
I like, we talked last time about how the show has decided that the TV audience can handle the multiverse. That, like, if comic book readers can handle it, so can the TV audience. And this episode, there were times where I thought, that's something the comics would do, and that's a good thing. You know, like the whole notion of just that opening bit of telling her to jump out the window.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he's going to catch her, and then he's going to go back and grab the guns and clunk them on the head and come back. Like that is so sort of 70s Barry Allen kind of thing that would happen. And the ending was, I thought, a really cool kind of cliffhanger. We're like, he's Firestorm, but he's blue, and Ronnie's dead, and what the hell,
Yeah.
So that's, I feel like they're embracing a comic bookiness to this. Without overdoing it. They're not making all the colors super primary, and they're not, putting Meanwhile in the corner or any of that kind of stuff. But they're embracing that kind of sort of traditional, let's say, Silver Age storytelling and having fun with it.
Well, I think that they have the freedom to do that because the first season they had to establish where they were going to be in this universe of The Flash because there's been predecessors and there's the comic books as well. And I think that they did a great job of making it modern.
Yeah, and it also had to coexist with the Arrow.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they did a fantastic job of making it modern, appealing to our generation of watching it and to the previous generation of watching the older shows. I think that it really does appeal to both of those, and now they have the freedom to make it a little lighthearted at times, as you said, with that, because it somewhat doesn't play into what we've seen in the first season. Like Joe was so adamant that he didn't want his daughter getting involved in anything, and now she's running into rogue areas to try and solve a real estate problem. Like, you're going to put your life in danger for a real estate issue?
Hey, it's a front page story.
Come on, but that it does play into it well, and it seems like they're all kind of trusting each other as a team, which sets up for what is obviously going to be some
betrayal.
Betrayal that's going to involve. So, but I do like that. Not everything is forgotten. Like Barry's not just like, all right, we're a team now again. Everything's great. Like, he doesn't trust any of this advice, which is coming from the previous worlds or anything else, because he sees what happened. Well, he's seen what's happened before when you put all your trust in one person. And I'm interested to see what version of Harrison Wells this is that's coming into itself. Like, it's a little confusing to me. Is it Eobard Thawne in the previous world? Is this his way of coming back?
Right, yeah. We were introduced to him last week. He pops up again this week, and it's sort of like, are you actually Harrison Wells?
Yes.
Are you another possessed Harrison Wells? Like, are you the mirror universe evil Harrison Wells? Like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know how I feel about the budding romance with the cop. It's a little, I mean, at least it's not being written all that well yet.
Yeah,
I'm holding. I'm not going to commit on that one yet.
She's just going to be another deflector from the real person that Barry Allen wants to be, similar to the news reporter who made a cameo appearance in this episode again, who's still in there or thereabouts.
Oh, and then of course the woman in the Star Labs team, the other scientist. I'm blanking on her name.
What are we doing? Like, how do we not remember her name?
Anyway, the lady. I guess it's been 6 months since the last incident. So that's been a fairly proper mourning period for her husband.
Yeah,
but
she's
boy, she is swoony over Jay Garrick.
She is.
Don't go.
Yeah, she's swoony over her. You can see that from the start, and it seems like they have to do that with her character because last season she was very down in the dumps for a lot of the time, and Barry had to take her out and get her drunk and karaoke and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but it's like, hey, how about she like maybe not have to be relationship defined for a section,
true,
for a second, you know?
Yeah, maybe
like they, make it's cute when like Cisco is obviously so taken with young Ms. Snarth and all, but I don't know that we always have to be wedging her into like boyfriend territory to give her something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with our portrayal of women in television, I'm afraid. If they're not going after a guy or they're not involved in a relationship, what are they doing?
Yes.
What are they right now? Oh my God, are they gay? Are they going with someone else? Or what are they doing? And it's
oh, you're a brilliant scientist? Yawn. So that kind of bugs me.
And of course, in the new cop that's came into it is, of course, Drop Dead Gorgeous. And she's naturally just going straight into it.
She was the CW.
And she was also in One Tree Hill, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh,
again,
of course she was. There's a funny Sandra Bernhard joke about that actress, and not about her personally, but the idea that this woman named Chantel Van Santen, who she'd never heard of, and she'd read about it in Us Weekly or something, and it said Chantel Van Santen, actress, and she said, "Oh, Meryl Streep, have you met Chantel Van Santen? You're in the same business." Anyway, I'm sure she's a lovely person.
Yes, I'm sure she is.
Okay, so things are happening, and I really like the direction the show's going, and I'm curious to see what that portal to all the universes keeps bringing in.
Yeah, I want to know, there must be, and a final point in this, there must be a substantial amount of research to go into some of these terms that they're bringing out to just propose.
The quark matter.
I don't know where they get this from.
I bet a lot of it is made up.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm thinking, because it's
but it sounds good.
It sounds great. And Cisco is on form again this season with his just witty little comments throughout. Like,
asides,
it's still my most enjoyable character.
And there's a talent to writing those kind of lines and making them sound real even when they're completely fake.
Yes,
so kudos, Flash writers. All right, we'll see you guys next week.